Okay, we're rebuilding the San Francisco 49ers as realistic as possible. Super Bowl or bust. Now we're going to create an owner. We are going to be a rich guy because I'm not a fan of the Niners. Let's be realistic here. I doubt people watching this are Niner fans either. So let's get into it. Let's say Chuck Norris buys the Niners. I don't know. Seems like a Chuck Norris thing to do. He's rich and all. Made bank. As realistic as possible. I want to do other stuff with it. We're going to relocate. We're not going to be the Niners anymore. Salary cap's going to stay on. Coach firing will be on. Trade type will be on. Trade deadline will be on. Relocation. Everyone can relocate. It's not fair if only the Niners can relocate. Like, come on, guys. We gotta be fair here.
Your season starts now.
We're gonna move. Go to Toronto. I like Toronto. We're gonna move to Toronto.
Work on installing your game plan
Okay.
prior to the season's matchup.
Let's get rid of the old guys. Add trade block. Add to trade block because you have trade value. Carlos Hyde, he's 26. Let's see if we can get picks for him. Defense. We're gonna trade Navarro Bowman away to the Raiders because that's what happened in real life. He went there, so I'm gonna see if I can get a first rounder for him. No, they're not interested in Navarro Bowman. Well, they are, but you guys know. You guys know what happened in the update. We're gonna go to the Raiders. We're gonna try and get their pick. So we're gonna trade Navarro Bowman and let's give him a defensive tackle. Earl Mitchell for that pick, and we'll also give them a third. And we got the pick. I know we overpaid, but we need that pick. And it just means we have more holes we have to fill the draft. You're getting as young as possible, so we're gonna put up any player we can get any value for, except the young guys that we need. Add a trade block. Okay, let's sim the next week. Joe Staley, let's see what they want to get. So, what people want to give us for Joe Staley. Let's hope we can get first picks. And nothing good for Joe Staley. We could use that left tackle, that defensive tackle, but we're getting young, and we need picks. A fifth. We'll go with the Bengals. He gets no pancakes, dude. This guy's bad. No pancakes. Okay, so we're gonna tank. Oh, 84th pick. We could use that. Second. Raiders 4th, 6th, and 7th. First rounder for next year. Jason Kelsey. 19th. Browns, actually? No. We're going to take this one from next year from the Eagles. From the Cardinals. And then if we can get another first round pick, that'd be made. You know what? Let's just go with the Raiders. Because the Raiders are my team, guys. Carr had a really bad season. I blame. I don't even. Okay, so we're gonna go to free agency. We're gonna pick up Juju Smith-Schuster. Juju. Let's go to wide receivers. Oh, he's not on here anymore. Any quarterbacks up here? Quarter? No. We could get Ryan Nassib. He's not garbage. We need to tank as bad as possible, and we would love for the Raiders to tank, but it's whatever. We will also wait for free agency. If we can actually get a pick from the... Actually, let's try and get this from them. Let's give him Jimmy Ward. No, not Reuben Foster. Ray Armstrong. Need a DB. I don't think we can get them any good DBs. Actually, they like that. Let's see how much interest they have for it. They took it. Nice. Okay. So we got that. Let's go to the Browns. I know they got 2 picks, so we can get this one from the Browns. We'll be set. Brian Hoyer? What do you guys think? Brian Hoyer. I need a free safety. We don't have any free safety. Eric Reed? No, they don't want Eric Reed. Of course they would. Who would want Eric Reed? Eric Reed is trash. Ray Armstrong? No. Aaron Lynch? Okay, so put up Aaron Lynch and Eric Armstead. TCU would want Aaron Lynch. Brian Hoyer, and let's give them the 59th pick for this. Got it. All right. So, of course, we need to pick up a quarterback, and we need a running back. We're 0-2. I feel like we could get value for Carlos Hyde. I'm gonna trade him away. Anyone need a running back? Colts are interested. Alright, so let's give them this. We'll give them Carlos Hyde for next year's first. No. And that. There we go. We're getting younger. That's the plan, and pick up players out of free agency. So we're gonna hopefully draft the quarterback
Here
of the
are
future.
all the players that will appear in the upcoming. Select to scout this player, and a skill unlock will
B
cost you
plus,
unlock this player's true skill
B.
ranking. You just found a diamond in the rough. This means
Alright, we'll put them up here. Quarterbacks. A minus, B plus. Okay. Preston, B plus. Yeah, saw that coming. Okay, so we have 3 guys, halfbacks. So let's look at the halfback. A minus, B plus, B. We draft a lot. Yeah. We look at wide receivers. B plus, B plus, B plus. B. I like that Clemson one a lot. And he's a late round pick. Mid round tight end. Alright guys, so this year let's try and go all offense. You know, Chuck Norris in our all in. Let's go to next week. See if we can relocate the team. Let's see, let's move to Toronto. No, actually, let's go to... let's go down to San Diego. The San Diego Niners. Because, you know, who doesn't need another team anymore at this point? We're 1-4, guys. 1-4. We're gonna keep the logo. I know, SF, San Fran, San Diego. It's weird. We need to look for... Okay. Okay, ooh, okay. Ah. Okay, liking those free safeties. Damn. Okay, so... I don't really care what the stadium is, so I'm just gonna pick the biggest one. Okay, I'm still on there. Didn't say. Yeah, you know, only microphone audio is being broadcasted. Okay, so... let's look at the line. I like that guy. I don't like that guy. Let's look at their guards. Let's just go with this one. You know, unless we can, like, get an offensive line through free agency, I don't see it happening. I like this guy a lot in the 5th round. I don't like you. You know what? No. I'm gonna have the computer do all the... do all that. Do all the scouting. It's easier for me. I can just sim. There we go. Let's also, for skill positions, let's boost up the sliders to max. Like quarterbacks, DBs, backers. Let's put those up because we want our DB, because the linemen, they go up fast. Same thing with kickers. As long as they have good dev traits, or at least nothing. I'm not even gonna go explain it. You guys know what I'm talking about. God, it's taking forever. Might as well put the line at like 150, make it half. I wonder who that other person watching is. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, my voice sounds weird. It's whatever. But yeah, we're rebuilding the Niners. Raw, uncut reactions. Hope you enjoy that. This is the boring part. Every YouTuber does. Is putting up the sliders. Wish I did it off camera instead, but it's whatever. After the DBs, I'm not gonna do anything with the sliders. Super Bowl or bust, as it says. Yeah, the stream is really far behind. Alright, so let's sim to the Super Bowl. See, use it in the Super Bowl. Okay, we definitely did not make the playoffs. We went 1-15. It's amazing. Steelers and Falcons in the Super Bowl. That'd be an amazing Super Bowl. Didn't happen in real life. We all know Eagles won the Super Bowl. Congratulations to the Eagles. But now we're in the off season. Let's see who the free agents are. Drew Brees, Cameron Brate, Jordan Hill. Let's look at these quarterbacks. Teddy Bridgewater, Jimmy G. Totally could use Jimmy G or Teddy Bridgewater, but we're not. I can't even really. McKinnon, 21 years old. Wide receivers, let's see. Taylor Gabriel. I have a lot in cap, so let's give him a 7-year deal. Yeah, we need him. Let's see. Willie Snead, 25. They don't want him, actually. They could really use Dante Moncrief. We're in second. We're tied. Put us over the hump. That's 2 receivers. Let's see if we can get Willie Snead. That would be amazing if we could get a spectacular receiver in Willie Snead. And we're in second. What did they pay him? Did they give him like a max contract? Dude, this is insane. I don't want to spend my entire cap just for Willie Snead. I'm not. I'll give him this 2-year deal. Because no one's gonna bite off for him. Larry Wilson. 22 years old and 25 and you're 20 and you're. Bro, I will take you off free agency's hands. And Austin Safari and just out here. Dude. There, we got 2 tight ends already. Boom. You're 25. Yeah, slow dev. I don't really want a slow development player. I kind of want you for the line. I'm not getting into a bit anymore. We'll pick up the old dude, 79 overall. Give him a 1-year deal. We definitely need a long-term center. Probably like 3 years. So we'll get Spencer Long. 26. Z Fuller. Let's give you 5 years, 6 years. Right tackle. Actually, we'll be fine. Left end. Just be really nice just to take Connie Ely. We're running out of cap space. We need a bunch of intern players. I'm not spending a lot of money on him. Vinny Curry, you just real life, you won a Super Bowl, buddy. Congrats, bro. We can draft linebackers, that's no problem. But I do want to bring Alden Smith back. I'll take D'Angelo Hall on a 1-year deal. Take Patrick Chung on a 1-year deal. And we have no kicker. Actually, no. Sebastian Janikowski, come across the bay. There we go. Yeah, I figured it. Rejected. Rejected. Figured. Accepted. Accepted. Rejected. Well, I didn't want those guys anyway. Can I cut you? We for 550 in caps. In cab. Definitely don't need you. No, but I'll get a penalty. Great. tackle. See how you fit there. That's right. Get a wide out tail. Let's see. Boom. We got two. We got another pick. And you're like, but why did you just do that? You freeze up cap. At the end of the day, we need cap. Let's see. Let's see. Big name quarterbacks out? Yeah, big names are out. Wide receivers. Danny Amendola is here. He's old. Seth Roberts, come across the bay. 1 year deal. Not worth a whole lot. Oh, well, screw you, Seabass. Not wanting to come across the bay.
Welcome to draft week. All the effort you spend scouting comes down to this. Start the draft when you're ready.
Okay, we're going to start the draft.
The 49ers are now on the clock.
With the first pick, let's pause it. Let's review offers, see what we can get. I'll drop down. I'll take that.
Hold on now. This pick is trading teams. Pick's been made.
God
Let's
damn
go
it.
to Adam Schefter to hear more about the player.
This quarterback has garnered the reputation as being one of the more consistent
Damn it.
in all of college football this season. He had a string of games where he averaged over 300 yards and at least 2 touchdown passes.
I'm going to take a chance on him because he's a lot of
Matt
firsts.
Miller, the big takeaway from his hot streak was that he played against
I'll
varying
take it.
levels of competition. No matter if it was some of the weaker defenses in college
All right.
or some of the toughest, he tore
the
apart
next
their
pick.
secondaries. He always plays at a high level and never sinks down to the level of his competition. We'll see if he can remain so consistent once he's playing on Sundays.
Now we're going to take this pick and we're going to draft our future running back, Saquon Barkley. Never mind, we're going to wait. Let's go wide receiver.
The Buccaneers are
Hey,
now on
we
the
got an
clock.
82 overall wide receiver, and he's fast. He'll be a slot specialist for sure.
The 49ers are now on the clock.
Now, we need a right guard. But that's all bad. So, we're going to go with a linebacker. It's another big need.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
Better than nothing, I'd say.
The Jaguars have made their pick. Adam, what can you tell us about him?
He's a Heisman-winning defender. Let me say that one more time.
Heisman?
He won the Heisman, and he's a defensive
Wow.
player. Need I say more? You can imagine how well he played this season to win the biggest award in college over several offensive playmakers. The trophy was well-deserved, and according to Matt Miller, he projects really well as a defender in the NFL. I think this is a home run pick, and it's great to see a defender get some well-deserved recognition.
Let's take a chance on this guy.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
We really need edge rushers as much as we need corners. Actually, no, we need corners more.
The 49ers are now on the clock.
So let's go look at DBs. Looks like that can wait. Trey Gale.
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
We just got a good player.
The Cardinals have made their pick. Adam, tell us more about Gilbert.
He got the attention of scouts pretty quickly when he had a game-winning catch that most receivers would have trouble bringing in. With one outstretched hand, he caught a pass that looked like it was about to sail out of the back of the end zone. He proved that even the big guys can make some incredible plays with their hands. And in a league where receiving tight ends are becoming a premium, it's no wonder this team took him here.
I kind of want this quarterback as well, so...
Well, let's go to Adam now, who's got more on the 49ers' latest pick.
If anyone should get a trophy for how to train in preparation for the draft, it has to be this kid. A lot of second-year guys will bulk up in the offseason to better protect their bodies from the intense physical demands of the NFL. It was smart of him and the trainers to get a head start on the rest of the class in that area. And from what I've been told, he hasn't lost a step. Now, when you look at him, you see a player that can contribute in week one. He's more conditioned than most of his fellow classmates, and that's going to help him hit the ground running once the season kicks off.
Kind of like this one. I know it's probably going to be a bust, but...
The Jets are now
never
on the
mind.
clock.
We just got another good player.
The Jets pick is in. Let's go to
Banger.
Adam with more on Curry.
He was the leader of an offensive line that almost broke a record for allowing the least amount of sacks in a season. Most college quarterbacks get sacked several times every game, but he was able to keep his quarterback from going down just about 6 times the whole season. Those are incredible numbers, and you have to respect not only his ability, but also
That's
his
a bust.
leadership to maintain that consistency across the entire line. The quarterback has to love this pick, and we should see him injected into the starting line almost immediately.
I'm going to take a big
The
chance on that
Chargers
guy.
are now on the clock.
There we go. We got a superstar center.
Okay, so the Colts have just made a play for Crawford.
The two most important qualities any defensive back should have are fluid hips and the ability to attack the ball in midair. Unfortunately, he didn't flash either of those at the combine. He turned in one of the slowest performances in the back pedal and turn drills, while his slow reaction time and change of direction speed caused him to miss on several passes. From Matt Miller's perspective, he looked completely lost during the drill, searching for the ball each time he turned around. The coaches are going to have a lot of work to do with him, but hopefully we'll see some improvement in the preseason.
The 49ers are now on the clock.
This guy's slow up here, and I really want to take him now. Let's do it.
The Ravens are now on the clock.
There we go. We're building up our line.
Porter is the pick, Adam. What do you know?
It's a tough pill to swallow when you are doing everything you can to prepare for the combine and you push yourself to the point of injury. That was his case just 2 months ago. And once he was injured, it was goodbye to pre-draft evaluations for him. His draft stock may have taken a hit, but it didn't stop this team from picking him
That's a
up.
bust.
He should be good to go before camp, and it's great to see someone take a chance on him.
The 49ers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock.
There we go. That's the end of our draft, guys.
The 49ers are now
Never
on the
mind.
clock.
See if we can get another middle linebacker.
The Saints are now on the clock.
Now that's it. Kinda wanna start this guy. Normal. Normal. Now we got a decent team. It's not the best. Definitely gonna need. Oh, it's now I'll just trade him.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
I can trade him away. We have better offensive line guys that I want to start. Is it possible to get a corner? You know, I'm gonna just trade him for a sixth next year. Okay, that's the team. Let's get this guy at it. I gonna find a team for you, pal. Hey, we got a running back. Could have gotten more out of it, but it's fine. This is the team going into the season. So let's see how he does on the left, and if I can move him. There we go. I do not want this guy on the team. I will take that cap penalty. Because I want this guy to develop. So let's sim to the mid-season point and see how the team's doing there. It looks like the Warriors are beating the San Antonio Spurs.
You have a big decision to make about one of your players.
Jason who?
Your player is now ready. There is a high chance of re-injury if you play him.
So we're at the halfway point. 2-5. It's decent. Team is developing better. So let's sim to the playoffs. Yeah. 2-14. We get another first round pick. Taylor Gabriel's out. Not a whole lot of people with extreme amount of XP. Eric Reed did. He does. Let's level up his zone. $28,000 XP. Oof. Finesse. Let's get that up to 82 overall. It's a lot of XP for a rookie. let's raise their confidence back up, because we want them at 100%. It's a good team. It's going to take time to develop. At the center. Let's do that. Let's do the off season, because I guarantee we have a lot of cap still, or at least enough cap to sign a superstar. Wow, they beat the Eagles 44-41. Crazy. Let's see where the free agents is here. Jesse James. We have Bud Dupree. Let's see, quarterbacks. We don't need a quarterback because we have Patrick Lang, halfbacks. We could use another halfback, especially if he's a 90 overall. Okay, so let's see if we can get any of the ones we hope to sign. Bud Dupree signed. I didn't give him a big offer. That's the whole problem with that signing. It's amazing. We just got serious help that we needed. I don't want to sign offensive line. Sebastian Dinikowski comes across from the East Bay. Comes across from the Bay. Bud Dupree, superstar development. Let's help his finesse move up.
The 49ers are now on the clock.
Okay, so we need a backup quarterback, that's for sure. But we need a free safety the most.
The Bengals are now on the clock.
That was not good.
All right, now that the pick's in, let's go to Adam. Adam, what can you tell us about this guy?
He's a durable lineman who set a team record for consecutive starts, never missing a game throughout a decorated 4-year college career. Ross Tucker praised his footwork leading up to the combine, where he did not disappoint, solidifying his position as the draft's top offensive line prospect. He has the
Hey,
potential to be the cornerstone
welcome to the
of this
team,
offensive line
Sooner.
for years to come and should provide consistent
We got a
protection
superstar
for a
wide receiver.
franchise
Let's go.
quarterback. This is a great pick.
All right, let's go to Adam Schefter, who's got more on this pick.
He was the leader of an offensive line that almost broke a record for allowing the least amount of sacks in a season. Most college quarterbacks get sacked several times every game, but he was able to keep his quarterback from going down just about 6 times the whole season. Those are incredible numbers, and you have to respect not only his ability, but also his leadership to maintain that consistency across the entire line. The quarterback has to love this pick, and we should see him injected into the starting line almost immediately.
Okay, so the Bucs pick is in. Let's go to Adam, who has more on Adams.
A tackling machine, he finished the season just as strong as he started it, recording double-digit tackles and wreaking havoc upon a helpless offense. This performance cemented his position as the #1 linebacker in the draft, and even had expert Todd McShay believing he deserved to be considered as the top overall defender in the draft, position agnostic. The biggest question for him now is, can he continue putting up gaudy tackle numbers in the NFL? His new team certainly hopes so.
This doesn't really seem like a defensive heavy draft. I guess the smartest thing would be just to fill team needs, like offensive team needs. Halfbacks.
Adam Schefter now with more on Newton.
Typically, when a player has a bad day at the combine, he uses his pro day to redeem himself. Unfortunately for this running back, all he was able to do was confirm what he did back at Indy. He's not the fastest, and he's definitely not the strongest, but what hurt his stock the most was his inability to show improvement between the combine and his pro day. His success in college might be the only reason he went this high. Let's see if he can carry that success over to the NFL.
The Bengals are now on the clock. Adam, what can you tell us about the Bengals' newest player?
Every GM I've talked to has told me that their eyes lit up every time they watch film on this guy. He was such an offensive weapon in college that he often saw a team's #1 and #2 cornerbacks line up against him, and he routinely dominated them. Not only is he
There
an
we go.
outstanding receiver, I've heard from many scouts that he's one of the better blockers they've seen in this draft class, including offensive linemen. He's a guy that's going to get a lot of reps in training camp and a chance to make an immediate difference on this team.
The 49ers are now on the clock.
Got another free safety. I'd say pretty good.
The Texans are now on the clock. The Panthers' pick is in. Adam, did Cam Newton get some help?
This kid is an explosive defensive talent. Sadly for fans of college football, his career came to an abrupt end after he suffered a grade 3 groin tear while attempting to make a tackle. After surgery, weeks of intensive, platelet-rich plasma therapy, and months of strength training of the affected area, he looked like his old self when he took the field for his pro day. Some scouts in attendance even felt as though he looked stronger and faster than before the injury. I'd expect him to get reps with the first-team defense come training camp, and don't be surprised to see him starting in week 1.
The 49ers are now on the clock.
God, it's 30-year 2. Team did not make the playoffs. Let's just draft the backup quarterback.
The Eagles are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock.
I think that's the last draft one we have, yeah. Now, for a fact, we definitely have a lot of
Now let's take a minute to see how
positions we
you
have to
can
switch around
improve
on the
your
line.
team.
Like Presley Stang. I want that superstar lineman to go into slide into one of my tackles. I'm gonna put my left tackle, see what his overall gets moved up to. We definitely have a receiver that we're gonna start. It's good we got another DB because we need corners. So I'm thinking that what we're gonna do. We need a linebacker. We need a right outside linebacker.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Now let's take
That
a
was
minute
weird.
to see how you can improve your team.
Take that from the Colts. I know a team needs a fullback, so let's trade away Kyle. Just I'm gonna take the Saints. Okay, so let's sim to mid-season and see how the team does at that point. Three and 4, we're doing really good. Okay, let's go to the playoffs. Let's see if we actually made the playoffs. It'd be really cool if we did. Yeah, sorry if I'm not talking and if it seems really boring. The thing is, I just don't really have anything to say right now. And I'm just trying to, like, oh, we didn't make playoffs. Boo. 8-8. Actually, 8-8 is a lot better than what happened last season. Let's see. Didn't really. 30,000 XP. That's a lot. Let's upgrade your spin move. Upgrade that. Ball carry vision to 94. Spin move. Let's give you. Oh, we don't know. 85 overall. Really good. I've got a lot of people on this line. Slow. Boy. How did you drop down to slow? Let's see who free agents are this year. Ooh. Love to have Edelman on the team. I really would. Ooh, Cooper Cup. Jelani Jenkins. 84 overall. I want to come across the bay. As much as I hate to keep Talib, I need a corner. Okay, so let's advance and see who accepts and who rejects our contract. Rejected, accepted, rejected, rejected, accepted, rejected. Okay. Back to the draft.
The Bears are now on the clock.
We just need a draft corner.
Let's go to Adam now, who has more on the Bears' last pick.
He was the leader of an offensive line that almost broke a record for allowing the least amount of sacks in a season. Most college quarterbacks get sacked several times every game, but he was able to keep his quarterback from going down just about 6 times the whole season. Those are incredible numbers, and you have to respect not only his ability, but also his leadership to maintain that consistency across the entire line. The quarterback has to love this pick, and we should see him injected into the starting line almost immediately.
The Saints are now on the clock.
Bro. Oh no, bro. Slow developer.
All right,
Kiss
team
of
is now
death.
off the clock. Adam Schefter, can you tell us about their newest player?
Setting a six-game team record for tackles for loss, he's quickly earned a reputation as a fearsome defensive lineman with a devastating rip move. Ross Tucker had him ranked as the top defensive line prospect in this year's draft, saying there aren't even many current NFL offensive linemen with the quickness and footwork needed to neutralize him one-on-one at the line. Adding depth on the defensive line is always a positive, and when you can add an impact player of his caliber, you've set up your defense for immediate success.
Let's just pick
The
this guy.
Saints are now on the clock.
Good pick.
Now that the Texans have made their pick, let's go to Adam Schefter to hear more.
Every year, a handful of prospects turn down their All-Star Game invitations, so a second round of invites are always sent out. He's fortunate to have been one of those last-minute additions this year, and he didn't take the opportunity for granted. He was the guy all the scouts fell in love with all through practices and game day. His performance was impressive enough in the game to slowly creep up the NFL draft boards, and he's being taken here, which is much sooner than most experts predicted.
Let's see.
The Jets are now on the
Yeah,
clock.
it's a reach.
Myers the choice. Adam, was it the right one?
Sometimes an overall 40-yard time taken at face value can be misleading, and here's a good example why. At his pro day, you might have thought that he ran the same time as he did at the combine. But if you look at the split times, he was significantly quicker in the 10 and 20-yard splits than he was previously. His top-end speed is still roughly the same, but what he was able to show was a quicker burst off the line, something that's valued on
I'll
any
take that.
position down in the trenches. His
Perma
quicker
starter.
first step helped him rise a bit over some of the other defenders and be taken with this pick.
Adam Schefter now with the inside scoop on the selection of Sims.
He took an early exit at the combine after suffering what looked like a painful ankle sprain during the vertical jump. Scouts were eager to see what he could do this offseason, but they were left disappointed when he hobbled off the field. I've been told that he's 100% ready to go for rookie minicamp, and now he can breathe a sigh of relief that he's finally been picked.
Lions hoping to build something solid with Carpenter.
As aggressive as a defensive lineman as you will find, here's a guy who plays with reckless abandon in his quest to bring down an opposing quarterback. Many I talk to point to this mentality as the reason why he ended up with a ruptured pectoral muscle and cracked sternum, ending his college career. A tendo Achilles allograft reconstruction was needed to repair the pectoral and graft it back into place. Procedure typically takes 12 to 18 months to return from, yet he was able to achieve medical clearance in just 7. What remains to be seen, however, is if his all-out style of play will have changed at all, knowing that an aggravation of the injury likely means an end to his career. Fans of the team should not be surprised if we see a much more passive version of him come this fall. The special shoulder pads he'll need to wear to protect the area could slow him down by themselves.
The Saints are now on the clock.
Now I'm just drafting depth because I've fixed position help
The
needs.
49ers are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Can I trade you away to another team that needs you? Looks like the Chiefs are the only team. There we go. Be nice to build up picks. Teams that need wide receivers. Hey, Tavius Murray's back with the Raiders. It's a nice thing to see. Cooper, Adrian Mayo, Eric Gilmore. There we go. Take that. Now let's see. Let's see if that's enough to get us over the hump. Let's go to mid-season. Four and three, that's the best we've done the entire season. And our quarterback's out. And Edelman's out. Well, ain't that just depressing? Wow. Who are you? How long are you out for? 6 weeks? 2 weeks. Okay. Sim to playoffs. Yeah, we didn't make playoffs, did we? 8-8. Two other coaches on the market actually, and I'll find. Hightower is a free agent. Randall Cobb is a free agent. Totally is a backup quarterback. No one wants Alvin Kamara. Rejected, accepted, 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 accepted. Rejected. Let's look at my defense, who has a lot of XP they need to spend.
The Colts are now on the clock. The Lions pick is in. Let's go to Adam, who has more on Gregory.
A tackling machine, he finished the season just as strong as he started it, recording double-digit tackles and wreaking havoc upon a helpless offense. This performance cemented his position as the #1 linebacker in the draft and even had expert Todd McShay believing he deserved to be considered as the top overall defender in the draft.
Let's go.
Position agnostic. The biggest question for him now is, can he continue putting up gaudy tackle numbers in the NFL? His new team certainly hopes so.
Our very own Adam Schefter has more to say about this pick.
When I ask scouts around the league what his biggest asset is, they always point to his father. His dad is a high school coach that knows how to consistently finish in the top of the school's division. And ever since he was able to walk, he's been on the sidelines for every game. Even after he leaves practice at night, he's still getting advice from his dad at home. And from what I've heard from scouts who've watched him play, you can tell the extra coaching has helped. Even during interviews at the Combine, I was told by several GMs that he was one of their favorite players to talk to. He has his dad's eye for the game, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him become a coach one day himself. I like him a lot, and he'll be a great addition to the team.
Now that the Ravens have made their pick, let's go to Adam Schefter to hear more about him.
He's a dominant possession receiver, setting his school's single-game record for catches in a game. Todd McShay had him as the #1 wide receiver in this draft, mentioning his ability to haul in everything thrown his way, and that will endear him to his quarterback very quickly. This is a player to keep an eye on through training camp and preseason, as he could emerge as the top contender for Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Okay, enough messing around. Like, legitimately, I need to get a strong safety.
Adam, what can you tell us about that last pick?
Long talked about as a top 3 defensive back prospect, his draft stock fell dramatically after a series of consecutive struggles late in the season against inferior wide receivers. Many speculated that these struggles were due to a series of nagging injuries, a theory which may have been validated by his strong performance at his pro day. I was able to talk with several GMs about him at the Combine, and they told me he possesses the raw physical skills needed to become a top-tier NFL defensive back. 3 skills in particular were mentioned by every GM I spoke to: exceptional physicality at the line of scrimmage, a nose for the ball, and better hands than most receivers they've seen and scouted. The reason for his collegiate struggles may forever be shrouded in mystery, but they'll soon be forgotten if he's able to realize his full football potential.
Porter is the pick, Adam. What do you know?
High on many experts' draft boards early in the season, including Todd McShay's, here's a guy that saw his stock dramatically fall after several public altercations with his coaching staff on the sideline. One owner I spoke with went as far as saying his antics were so disturbing that they immediately eliminated him from their team's big board. Others viewed the altercations as a sign he's passionate about the game and not that he has any type of disdain for authority. Either way, there are enough questions about his character now that make this pick a bit of a risk. They say winning cures all ills, so it should be very interesting to see what happens should this team not get off to a good start.
Sanchez Walker. I'll take you.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
Yeah. Boo.
The 49ers are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock.
Let's just trade away the pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a trade. The 49ers are now on the clock. I see both teams filling out cards. You know what that means? We've got a trade. The 49ers are now on the clock.
It's just whatever, guys. There's not a whole lot left to do right now, so I'm just trading away.
Well, if you're wondering what the delay is, I think we've got a trade coming here. The 49ers are now on the clock. Well, wait, looks like both war rooms are feverishly back on the phones. I think that means a trade is coming. Let's go to Adam Schefter now, who's got more to say about the Dolphins' latest pick.
A fundamentally sound offensive lineman whose last collegiate season was ended prematurely by a nasty ankle injury. He's a guy who has the potential to become a centerpiece on the line for years to come. If there's one point of contention about him, it's that after talking to several of my sources, there's a significant worry about the strength of his surgically repaired right ankle. The original injury happened when the ankle appeared to buckle while he was not engaged, raising some serious questions about leg strength. He's been known as a bit of a power lifter with exceptional upper body strength, leading some strength coaches to openly question if this explosive lifting...
Definitely want to start
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
putting players on the trade block if I have what I have too many of. So let's see what we can do here.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Yeah, it's kind of getting boring, guys. Like, for all, like, this is, I think, year 3 or, I think it's year 5. Hey, 5-2, that's amazing. At the midseason mark. I think it's safe to just, never mind. Some of the playoffs. But I plan to do a lot more different stuff when I get a better setup. As of right now, it's just live streams until I can. I plan to upload vlogs during the summertime when it's not freezing outside. Because it's so cold out and I don't feel like vlogging when it's freezing. No playoffs, 6-10. Depressing. 33,000 XP. Let's level you up, my man. Let's first do that. That's the most important thing I can do for you. That's all I can really do. Let's just go to the off season. That was disappointing. Straight disappointing. We have the team. We went 5-2 to start, and that's what happens. Antonio Brown. I don't need a wide receiver. Let's eat quarterbacks. I don't need running backs. 93 overall, Antonio Brown. Never thought I'd say today. Like way below, I thought. No. I need Von Miller on this defense. Do I have like superstar dev or something? Yeah, it makes no sense why they want.
The Patriots are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock.
Texans have just gone with Daniels as their newest player.
He's a Heisman-winning defender. Let me say that one more time. He won the Heisman, and he's a defensive player. Need I say more? You can imagine how well he played this season to win the biggest award in college over several offensive playmakers. The trophy was well-deserved, and according to Matt Miller, he projects really well as a defender in the NFL. I think this is a home run pick, and it's great to see a defender get some well-deserved recognition.
The Eagles are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock.
Cardinals have made their selection, and it's Howell.
He's a durable lineman who set a team record for consecutive starts, never missing a game throughout a decorated 4-year college career. Ross Tucker praised his footwork leading up to the Combine, where he did not disappoint, solidifying his position as the draft's top offensive line prospect. He has the potential to be the cornerstone of this offensive line for years to come and should provide consistent protection for a franchise quarterback. This is a great pick.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
The Colts pick is in. Adam, give us the rundown.
Scouts never want to see a linebacker run a slow 40. After he chose not to run at the Combine, he turned in a disappointing 5-second 40 at his pro day. In his case, you could argue there are some great current and former linebackers who weren't the fastest athletes, but they were the exception to the rule. The jury's still out on this kid, but it's clear this team was willing to gamble on him with this pick.
How come nobody's at the podium? That's because both teams are right now working on a trade.
The 49ers are now on the clock.
Hold on now. This pick is trading teams. Now that the Jets have made their pick, let's go to Adam Schefter to hear more about him.
One of this draft's toughest players, here's a guy who played the majority of his final collegiate season with a broken foot. Long suffering with plantar fasciitis in the affected foot, doctors discovered several hairline fractures across the first, second, and third metatarsals during a routine therapy session. Translation? His foot was essentially shattered. Recovery took months, and he used the time wisely, studying film of
Okay,
just about
guys,
every NFL team and preparing for interviews. No surprise that he blew
I'm
scouts
going to
and
finish.
even
This
a
is the
few
last draft
GMs
we're gonna
away
do.
with his knowledge of NFL
So it's
offensive
just gonna
schemes.
be
This is an intelligent, hard-nosed
hopefully
defensive back
playoffs
who's
or
gonna make
bust.
his fair
We
share
have
of big
the
plays
team,
before his professional career is over.
and I don't know why we can't make it over the hump. I think it's just because I don't know actually why. I want to see how I got. Those are who I drafted. This is what the AI drafted. I'm going to advance to next week.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
We have the team, I just don't know why we're not going to the playoffs. I'm gonna make some trade. We're gonna make some trades. So we're gonna go look at free agents. We're gonna get Alex Smith as a backup. We're gonna go defensive side of the ball. It's nice to have backups, so we'll take Navarro Bowman. Navarro Bowman's a monster. Okay, so that's what we did. I'm gonna change the defensive scheme to a 4-3. I mean a 3-4. There we go. So, see, yeah, you'll be with me at the mid-season point. So we're gonna go to mid-season, see how we do. Let's hope we can actually make the playoffs this season. Four and 3 against the 0-8 Panthers. Well, sucks to be Carolina. Let's send them to the playoffs. Let's see if we can at least make wild card. Now this is really boring, but there's nothing really else to do. I mean, I could play Fortnite next, but my team's not on. And not a lot of people are watching this, and I don't think anyone really cares, so at this point I'm just doing YouTube for fun. $11-5, and we made divisional. Now this just got interesting. We're playing the 9-7 Giants. Play full game. Edit uniform. I like those. So let's play the game. The 11-5 Niners versus the 9-7 G-Men.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Giants going up against the 49ers.
Ooh, imagine two Cali teams playing the championship.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports.
Let's see kickoff. We scored. We're at 14. Don't. No, come on, score. Come on. 14. Oh, he's over the lead. Okay, I gotta jump into the game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. And to give this time to the tailback. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
We got this. We got this.
On 3rd down, it's Newton. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section.
And now a critical extra point attempt here.
Okay, we need one defensive
And
stop.
we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
So that's what we're going to do.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. When you talk to these guys in training camp, these are the moments they say they live for. You're in a playoff game. It's tied, fourth quarter. Time for somebody to step up.
And can you execute under pressure? Because the pressure is intense right now. No one wants to be responsible for making the error that costs their team. But at the same time, who's going to be responsible for making the play that gives the advantage to your team? Who's going to break out? Just what you said.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Gosh, my guys,
that was a good run. Probably right on the edge of breaking into something really
crazy,
big.
dude.
So the
they're not even,
guys right
they're
now are talking about, okay, what can we do
guys, we
to slow him down before he truly gets started?
There
he's
we
going to
go.
be taken down right at the line. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Okay, we gotta block this
He
butt.
didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a long football. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Now he's going to get another defensive stop.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
To a cover blitz.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Keep going.
20, 10. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It
That was amazing.
huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Wow, amazing.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball,
I'm
and they were
starting
more
to
than
think that
ready for
my
it.
They've got
the
the lead,
Niners can
fourth
make the Super
quarter.
Bowl.
Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
After years of
Back to
missing
throw
this.
now on 2nd and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play,
it's
and it'll be
divisional,
third down.
Something.
And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
They'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on, a big call coming on third down. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
Back to throw here. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete.
Damn.
And they got 29 yards there. And it's good for a New York first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw here. And he's got room. And avoids the contact by sliding. He got 29 yards that time.
We gotta keep
First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw now on first down. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the...
Yeah.
Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's second and 10. Now back to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. They'll drop the throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all.
Prater on to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On third down, it's Newton. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
That's game.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. A handoff as they run the counter play. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
We have won the game.
And they're moving on to the
going to the conference championship. Preston Lang is the quarterback of the future. If he's a real prospect, that would be so freaking awesome. That defense, though, is what really.
You have an injury from the last game. See how long they will be out.
Who on defense? No, Buckner. How long are you out, Buckner? Please be just one game. 10 weeks. 10 long weeks. Hey, Bowman, you want to do me a solid? Move down to defensive tackle for me. Thank you. Old man Bowman can be the starting defensive tackle. This team deserves it. They. Ooh. If they have a breakaway lead, I'm going to have to jump in because we need this Super Bowl. I've spent about 3.5 hours now, I think. I lost track of time.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. With that, it's time to crown the champion of the NFC. And to call the action, we send it to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles
the
Davis.
Buffalo Bills. That'd be a great game.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans.
I have to take it.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of a group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. On play action, they'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And it's a fumble. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Oh, my
The
God.
psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's go. 3,
They'll set up to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Pass interference. Defense.
Yes.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the play, and it's a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Niners on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be knocked down sideways. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
If ands or buts about it.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
They go play action here on first down. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now the extra point. And the lead is down to 4. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. They'll run on first down. Mitchell, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Back now here live in New Orleans. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go! Blue Niners! Blue Niners!
Looking to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Let's go!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Come on, challenge that.
So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, 4th quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They're going to look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moss. And he'll go down at the 28. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolute... Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows a coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
So many times you hear today's NFL is described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 3rd down, that's Newton. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Oh, my God.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Somebody to return that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Pass, offense.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front.
False start, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll set up a throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly. But
the San Francisco 49ers are going to the Super Bowl.
Trophy, unbelievable victory, moving on to the Super Bowl.
You have an injury from the last game. See how long they will be out.
Man. That'll be so nice to put on his resume. Joseph taking us to the Super Bowl. Oh, man.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry.
Larry, we have played 266 games in this NFL season.
Okay, guys, so come back. 14, 21, 24, 17, 24, 27. Okay. Okay, just not gonna do anything about it.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. He'll drop to throw. And an alley to run. And he lost the football. Counting down at 30 seconds remaining. He'll look to throw. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Okay, guys, come on. Come on, it's the Super Bowl. We gotta win this. Oh, nice.
Back to throw. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Don't.
And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. That might just have been the most pressure-filled kick in Super Bowl history, but he stepped up, knocked it through just like it was a Tuesday practice in July.
And if it's not the most pressure-filled, it's certainly right among them. A title on the line, and he comes through. Nails.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
What?
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Shane Ray. And these Bills make the 90s seem like a distant memory.